it happened, he was younger still. In all the first white and golden flush of victory and kingship, held up on the love of the people, the acclamation of the soldiers, and the blaze of mystery that surrounded the drawing of the sword from the stone. It happened like this. King Uther Pendragon lay with his army at Llangvallion in the northern kingdom of Rhaged, where he was to face a massive Saxon attack under the brothers Colgrim and Baldulf, grandsons of Hengist. The young Arthur, still little more than a boy, was brought to this first field by his foster father, Count Ector of Calaver, who presented him to the king. Arthur had been kept in ignorance of his royal birth and parentage, and Uther, who had kept himself informed of the boy's growth and progress, had never once seen him since he was born. This because during the wild night of love, when Uther had lain with Igraine, then the wife of Gullu, Duke of Cornwall, Uther's most painful commander, the old Duke himself had been killed. His death, through no fault of Uther's, weighed so heavily on the king that he swore never to claim for his own any child born of that night's guilty love. In due course, Arthur had been handed to me to rear, and this I had done at a far removed from the king and queen, but there had been no other son born to them, and at last King Uther, who had ailed some time, and who knew the danger of the Saxon threat he faced at Llangvallion, was forced to send for the boy, to acknowledge him publicly as his heir, and present him to the assembled nobles and petty kings. I'm going to leave it there for now. That's my first attempt at whispering. I hope you like it, and if you